Goodie's head. I do want to say, watch out what you buy, everybody. My pal bought a truck, but he's scared to drive it because he can never figure out when he comes speeding up behind another car if he's supposed to dodge or ram.
Oh, that's going to be a great show.
That's going to be good.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Mark Ruben,
plus funny songs from
Patti Vasquez,
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Yay! Hi, hello, everybody. Two observations. One, how do you know Steve's on the road, everybody? Anyone?
No computer.
He uses VLC?
No pictures. No pictures of our guests. That's how you know. And the other one is, I've gotten so lazy. Remember the old days? I used to get up, get out, move, come back, and now I'm like, screw it. I'm not standing up. That's all right. I'm just going to sit here like a lump, 20 pounds heavier. So welcome, everybody, to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell. Not on a ship for more than 2 weeks and only for 5 days, all of August. So that means don't come by the house. So that's what that means. And we are joined by my co-conspirator, Steve Goodie, who is in Washington, D.C., about to fly over to Europa as he fights the powers that be from his mansion in Edinburgh. So he wants you to know you can come by his house anytime while he's not there. So Steve,
my father, if I may interrupt, my father calls it a castle in the Highlands when in fact it's an apartment in a tenement.
But it used to be a tenement, but now up there in is it Lehigh? What's it called?
Leith Walk.
What?
Leith Walk.
Leith Walk. That is now an up and coming. I mean, come on, that's an up and coming area.
So.
Matter of fact, on the ship, I was just talking to somebody because I tell everybody how nuts you are that you bought this. I was talking to some Scottish people that live just up the road, and they said, "Yeah, we can't believe we used to live in such squalor, and now everything's worth so much more." So I think you made a good investment. And of course, we have to say hello to the Queen of the Resistance.
Yes.
She might share a cell with Obama soon. Patti Vasquez, everybody. Patti Vasquez.
Yeah.
This is where we heard about Obama, didn't we?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Patty,
That's their plan the whole time.
And hey, Patty, the whole pretend the thing was settled 5 years ago is real again because of the Epstein files. Trump's way. So say Trump more than even Epstein. I think Trump's name is in the files more than Epstein's name is in the files. We also have a true legend with us, a man of the people, a lover of the land. He cradles Mother Earth. I think you live in a yurt, don't you, Mark? You live in a yurt?
No, I live on a lake now.
But you have it. You've been in a yurt. Yeah, you've been in a year. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, it's ventriloquist, but many comedian Mark Ruben, everybody. Let's hear it from Mark Ruben. Yay. And if that isn't enough, because heaven knows it should be, live from somewhere in the world, although it looks like he's home now, spending his grandma money is super genius, musical comedy god and man who made Steve and I 4 cents last quarter. Haven't told you, Steve. We made 4 cents. It's Randy Brooks, everybody. Yay. I sing Grandpa on every ship, and I keep forgetting to tell ASCAP. They should be paying us. But I'm sure if I did that, they would tell me I can't do it. They would tell me I can't do it anymore. If I did that, they would say you can't sing it anymore. Okay. I'm at home, and we'll be here for the next month. But I guarantee the quality will get no better. I guarantee it. We're never going to get any better.
We were not expecting any quality.
Yes, no, there's no way. No way. We're lucky this week we had, oddly, whenever the show goes really bad, we get more views. Last week, I think we we wasted 5 minutes just getting the credits to play, and we doubled the views of the week before. Okay. Well, let's start whatever I'm going to do. Here we go. Trump has threatened the Washington Commanders that if they don't change their name back to the Redskins, he will destroy their stadium deal.
Wow.
Isn't that nice? Donnie also said that he's going to make sure nobody gets pancakes if Aunt Jemima doesn't get back on that damn bottle. No pancakes. And no rice, Uncle Ben. Get your face back on. Okay. Right. I thought that was cute too. Rosebud, the sled from Orson Welles' classic Citizen Kane, sold at auction for $14.7 million. The auction house said about the sale, we will sell no sled till Orson was dead. That was the.
I get it.
We'll sell no wine before it's time. Okay, that's a stretch. Big stretch on that one. That was a big swing, and man, did I whiff it. I thought we were all old enough. Some of us don't even know who Orson Welles is. Christy Brinkley found out her husband was sleeping with a high school senior.
Ew.
I know. This is a while ago. This is in her book. Now, when she found out, when she gave the commencement address at the school, that's when she found out. She knew there was a problem. She knew there was a problem when she noticed one student's tassel had been moved from the right to her husband's pants. That's when. I know, 18. Can you believe it? And what really happened was the dad came up to her and said, "Tell your husband to stop sleeping with my kid." That's what happened. That's how she. Is that the grossest?
Oh, goodness.
What is going on? Okay.
Kevin Spacey played him in a movie, I think.
Who did?
Kevin Spacey.
Nah.
Yeah, in a lot of movies. Okay, here we go. Oh, it looks like Obama's going down, doesn't it? As the tangerine tyrant had his little Russian asset. Uh-oh, somebody's got something going on. Is it over?
Good.
All right, I'm starting over. It looks like Obama is going down as the tangerine tyrant had his little Russian asset, Tulsi Putin Gabbard. Is that how I say it? Gabbard? Rehash the 100 times debunked Trump election, Russian interference, 2016 nonsense that Obama wasn't even part of. That's what he wasn't running. He wasn't involved. But Don the Con even shared an AI mock-up of Obama being arrested in the Oval Office. Does Trump not remember there's actual video of him being actually arrested? Does anybody remember? There's actual video of him being arrested. The entire ruse is to move the news cycle away from the guy Epstein or Pepstein, I don't remember, that Trump has never heard of. Pam Bondi, of course, has made sure to be totally transparent with us that not only are the Epstein files not real, but 14-year-old girls don't exist. So no way Trump could have done any molesting with his pal. They were created by AI on Hunter's laptop. That's where 14-year-old girls are. Sadly, the Obama ruse died as fast as it started. You see how it was so big yesterday and gone in a second. But smart Trump is, he has hired a new group to create useless distractions to take the public's attention away from his crimes and corruptions. A group that has shown to be amazing at doing so, Coldplay.
Yep. Wonder where you're going with this.
What?
I wonder where you're going with this.
Well, see, there you go. Well, because they've taken all the jokes. I had to find a way to slip it in because every joke is, I can't say that my wife left me because it was her at Coldplay. You can't do it. But I thought that was a good way to slip it in.
Very nice.
King Charles III has lost 11 of the 12 gardeners at his gardens at his royal residence. They've quit. Quit. King Chuck is reportedly treating them like serfs of the past. He pays minimum wage, lack of resources, and endless backbreaking days trying to satisfy Camilla's concubines, exacting standards for plants and horticulture. He's just rough on them. And the operating profit for the gardens has doubled since 2022, and he still treats them horrible. Charles, for his part, said for his part, he'd love to care, but with his country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, and my wife to murder, and Gilda to frame for it, he's swamped. Anyone? Anyone?
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
Well done.
Okay, I another big swing that nobody
I
cared.
enjoyed it. No, that was very good. Sorry,
I did it just
I
for
was
you.
getting something, so I was muted. But that was great.
This, I love this little story. Did y'all see that a little 20-year-old, cute as a button Florida woman was only given simple probation after being arrested for luring rich men to hotels, pepper spraying them, and then stealing their expensive watches off their wrists. She did this to a ton of men. She'd do the crimes, and her kid was in the car waiting the whole time. Police set up a sting to capture her, and then they took her into custody and her child into custody too. Esther Torres is her name, and she won't spend any time in jail, but as a part of her probation, will be the new chief people officer at Astronomer. I did two of them. I got two in. I slipped them in. That was another. Because the one girl got fired, and this one's not going to be sleeping with anybody.
And just wound up at a Coldplay concert.
You'll just and she'll steal his watch and pepper spray him. Comedian Josh Johnson. You all know Josh Johnson?
Yep.
He's huge, man. He's doing great. He'll be the new host of The Daily Show. He's going to slip into the desk too.
Oh, wow.
Josh has been a writer on the show since 2017. His stand-up is hugely popular all over social media. He will take over the desk July 22nd. But he will also be asked to run by Trump Tower on the way to drop off bribes. So that's going to be fun too. Gosh, you can do the show, but you got to stop by. Comedy Central is owned by Paramount. We knew that. A female Christian school teacher has been arrested for having sexual relationships with a female student. Yep. The head of the school and clergyman said they wouldn't believe it until they knew it was true after they watched a video of the couple 340 times.
340 is a funny number.
I know. I went through about 7 different numbers.
I'm sure you did.
Yes. Well, it can't be 342 is but 340 is just,
no, see, that's how you're a seasoned pro. You go with the 340.
That's right. I've been doing this a long time. Longer than anybody wants. Oh man. Lab grown meat is starting to show up at restaurants. Did you know that? First of all, I don't know if lab grown meat is my new band or porn name. I don't know which is good. Lab grown meat or hey, lab grown meat, baby. I don't know which is better. The meat is very expensive to grow. The meat is very expensive to grow, and if distributed on a wide scale, will destroy the sex lives of every rancher named Billy Bob. Because you can't have sex with lab-grown meat. All right, we're almost done. You're all happy about that. And then we got a special order today. Astronauts from India, Poland, and Hungary all landed on the International Space Station, joining the team from the USA, Russia, and Japan already there. The group will do weeks of experiments, the most important of which is to try to figure out not to come back here. That's their.
Good idea.
And next week, up will fly to the National Space Station a priest, a rabbi, and a imam, and that'll be a joke. Okay. One more, and then the joke of the week, because my God, people are loving the joke of the week nowhere. This is, oh my God, you can't love this enough. The Texas man who moved his wife and kids to Russia to escape the gays for the utopia of Putin's paradise is now fighting on the front lines of Ukraine.
What?
He was promised if he got there and joined, he would not be sent to the front. He went right to the front. Eric Huffman also has been there more than a month and has received no pay from the Army. His family has no money. His family has no idea where he is. The only word they got from Moscow, not if he's dead or alive, but they can be happy there is no drag story time at the library. So he's fine. I bet he's wishing he was near one of those now, doesn't he? All right, here it is, the joke of the week.
Oh
And
boy.
it's a weird thing. What is the definition of recant? The
What is
definition
the definition of recant?
what is it? When a hillbilly isn't able to do something a second time.
That's Brad Tassell right over there.
Recant. A recant.
Funny.
A recant.
Yeah.
I
Good
can't.
man. That
Oh
was
man, I
awesome.
can recant.
How does he
Hey,
do
you
it?
know what we're doing? Aren't we
You
doing
know.
this? Patty!
It's Patty.
Patty!
Yay.
How are you doing,
Hello.
Patty? You feeling good? You getting any sleep?
No, not even a little bit. Hi, how are
I'm having
you
the same
doing?
week you are.
I have been getting a ton of sleep because my life is as simple. I've just did 2 weeks and I did 2 shows the entire 2 weeks.
That's
So
amazing.
I've been getting all the sleep. and just
Each
wandering
show was
around.
6 hours long, but
Yeah.
still, that's impressive.
You are living the opposite life of me. You are taking every bit of chagrin I have, and you're having to live it all. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. If I could take everybody else's burden, that
You
doesn't
are.
seem like
You are.
I should have to
That's
do.
the kind of person you are.
That's the kind of person you look great though.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm in my car. We've all decided I do better in my car. This is the right angle for me.
Certainly, the Wi-Fi is best in your car.
walking around. Yeah. You're always your Wi-Fi's better than
Don't know
your
why
house.
that is.
That's
For 5
True.
years,
True story.
all right.
driving the new Toyota Wi-Fi. All right, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Let's
Do
do
it.
this. If I can.
Is Patty crazy?
Am I crazy?
Patty's not sure, Patty's not From lunatics winning their local races to major league wackos with orange faces to obnoxious a-holes taking handicapped spaces. If she's losing her mind, that's fair. She's Patti Vasquez.
Am I crazy?
I believe so.
Definitely, yeah. No, hi everybody. As usual, I'm never quite sure what I'm going to lose my mind over. I'm crazy. I'm also crazy tired. What Brad is referring to is I didn't do last week's show. I'm sorry I missed you all, but we were prepping for Declan, who needed to have oral surgery. He had, so Declan, I think we've, for those of you who don't know, my son has a incredibly rare genetic disorder, which lends itself to weird bone skeletal malformations, which include 6 of his teeth that didn't, you know how you get your wisdom teeth are impacted? Well, his were like all the way up, 4 of his wisdom, all 4 wisdom teeth were like up in his jawline, plus 2 more that were compromising other teeth. And so he had to have 6 teeth removed. And he's a young man who doesn't actually understand what's happening to him. You can't walk him through it, tell him what's going to happen. Like, it's the saddest, scariest thing. I think my favorite part of it was, so the surgery was scheduled for Tuesday morning, and the Friday before we got a phone call. Now, mind you, I think a lot of us go through this. We talked to the hotel. We talked to, hello, can I talk to the front desk? No, we talked to the hospital, the billing, the insurance companies, and we had it all straightened out. They're like, yes, we take your insurance. The secondary insurance is fine. You guys, I got a phone call the Friday before his surgery. The Friday before his surgery, the oral surgeon said, his billing head of whatever department said, your end of the bill will be $4,600.
What?
You can pay by credit card. We do not have a payment plan, and it needs to be paid before he goes into surgery. I'm sorry. What? And I don't like, who has $4,600 either lying around in their bank that they just go like, oh yeah, that's what that's intended for, or have good enough credit where you can like take that debt on. So I had to work very hard, because you also like are now in the hands of the people that are going to stick their sharp objects in your son's face. So I was like, can I can I call you back? And I didn't call them back, because like, what? We're already in the shoot. We already have the surgical suite reserved, the anesthesiologist, all the specialists are already ready to go for Tuesday. And I just let it go. I was like, come at me, bitches. I didn't say that, but that's the way I was feeling. And we were waiting. Like, we were like up until the last minute, we weren't entirely sure they weren't going to cancel it. The surgeon came in, and then when they came out, they go, well, we actually only pulled 5 teeth. And my husband and I looked at each other, and we were like, is that because we didn't pay? But
that last tooth was expensive.
I know. I was like, well, because they sent me a breakdown of how much every tooth was. It was like $826 per tooth or something crazy. Yeah. Right. And then I get a call on Friday. I still hadn't paid by Friday. Like, they'd already done the surgery, and I was still like, what are they going to do? Put them back in? So I'm like, like, what do you mean it has to be paid? The 4 days before the surgery, after telling us it was all covered, So she says, well, she calls me. She goes, well, we submitted to your insurance and they'll cover $2,800. And since we didn't pull all 6, we've taken off $860. Like what? Like what if I had just am I crazy? Yeah, I'm freaking crazy. Yeah. So that's been this poor kid who doesn't know what's happening. And they didn't even, you guys, whoever got their wisdom teeth pulled, did everybody get codeine? I got codeine, right? Nobody got
I lost it the first day and I never took it. I lost
something to take the edge off. They were like, just give him some Tylenol. 5 teeth that his kid's had. Anyway, he's fine. Everything's great. And so you can't tell him to use like the sip. He doesn't sip. Like he only uses a sippy cup. He's 20 years old. So to give you an idea of Declan, he doesn't even use a straw. We have to use a medicine dropper, like a little bird. This poor kid, we're like just medicine dropping into his face, and I'm fine. Everything's great. I haven't slept since last Tuesday, but everything's fine. And I think now I'm only on the hook for like $1,300. Like that. Why is it that's all I can think about is how much I'm on the hook for instead of focusing on taking care of my kid? And that's why this country sucks. And the Democrats better have a plan for universal health care when this stuff is all over. And then so tonight, a friend of mine is running a film festival. So I'm on Southport near Addison. And by the way, I'm in a kind of a fancy neighborhood, and 2 people have already stopped by and telling me my flashlight's on my phone. So there's that.
You look great.
Thank you. So there's a bunch of short films, and the last one I probably would have been okay. They were moving. One was about it's cinema femme, so it's all films by women or people who identify as women. And the last film was about this couple that's going into the DA to validate his green card, right? Her husband is here on a green card. He hasn't certified. And then they start announcing names in the waiting room, like Oscar Gomez. And then it's like Javier Vasquez. I'm like, Vasquez, am I? Yeah. Is this it? What do you mean? That seems very personal. Everything's fine. Anyway, yes, I am crazy. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you, Patti Vasquez.
Okay, so my wife goes in for her colonoscopy, and they didn't give us 4 days. We walked in, they said, you owe us $4,500 right now.
Yeah. What is
and
that?
You have to pay it. And I mean, I hate to say it, I can pay it. So I just put on a credit card, and we just bitched and bitched and bitched, and we got most of it back eventually. For her throat, they told us $5,500, and we didn't get that back for almost a year. A year. I mean, it ended up being about $1,400, but it's crazy.
No, I was like,
Medicare, you don't have to worry about that.
We you don't do that the day of. That's absolutely barbaric.
Yeah, that's what they do now. The day of, it's horrible. Well, especially when at least they still did it.
So here's the thing, though. We did this before. Remember a few years ago, I told you guys. There was when I had my breast reduction surgery, the first time I was scheduled for it, they did the same thing. They called me 4 days out. They said, your end of the bill is $4,400. So I called the office. I said, how much would it be if I paid out of pocket? They said $9,000. And I said, so you're putting me on the hook for $4,400? They said, no, we bill your insurance company $60,000 in the hopes that we'll get back. I'm like, oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, well, I don't need to be a part of this game.
Yep. That's how it is.
Where was Doge?
Yeah, Doge.
Stay in Scotland, Steve.
Yes.
Hi, Patti.
Stay in Scotland. Hey, can we do? I need to do a. So we're not going until September. Is anybody in your flat? Can I? I'm just kidding.
You're welcome to stay there. Yes.
Don't you have a tenant? Don't you have someone renting?
I can kick them out.
Nah, that's all right.
No, we'll talk. But it's entirely possible.
All right.
It's $4,000 on a credit card.
Deserve a break.
Well, Patti, that was amazing, and we've always learned so much. And again, you look really good for some reason.
Her teeth look beautiful.
Yeah, a hard week. The harder your week is, the better you look. It's amazing.
Mind-numbing stress agrees with you.
Yes,
Patti.
it's something about no sleep and the adrenaline rush, man, and codeine. Obviously, you're on codeine.
Yeah, I guess you're getting some of them drugs. There's got to be something going on here.
Something going on.
Tylenol, Motrins, all they'll give him.
Yeah. All right, Steve, are you doing it?
What, Brad?
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to. My stupid computer is giving me a hard time. But yes, let's do this. Here we go. I think it's time for a top 10 if it will let me do this. There's there's just absolutely so much going on. How can one even choose what their top 10 category should be? I decided to go with something. It's not Colbert. It's not the Orange Menace. It's something else, because I'll just tell you. Well, I guess I should tell you first, because then I have to start the PowerPoint. I was in a lovely theater in, let's see, why isn't this working? Can you still see me? Am I good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Lovely theater in Schenectady, New York on Wednesday and Thursday. And then, and the show went quite well. It was very nice. And they let me stick around on Thursday when I did not have a show. And then my email decided to just disappear. There will be no more email for Steve, is what the universe said. So let's see if I can get this to work. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
We see something.
Okay, good. Tonight's category is top 10 ways to get completely locked out of your email. Your steve@stevegoodie.com email. Ready? Here we go. Number 10.
Aren't we all?
For phone and text contact, make sure your provider has only your landline from 2009, which you canceled in 2014. Top 10 ways to get completely locked out. Number 9. Be sure to have 3 or 4 different backup Gmail accounts for no reason, and that you can't find the password for any of them.
Yeah.
I think you kind of come with me on this. Number 8. Make sure this happens when you're staying in an upstairs apartment in a little theater in Schenectady, New York, with just the slightest hint of Wi-Fi.
Little bit.
Number 7. Make sure the friend who hooked you up with this boutique email system in the first place is having car trouble today and is stuck at the dealership, which also has no Wi-Fi.
Oh, man.
Number 6. Stand outside with the laptop trying to get Wi-Fi from the neighboring funeral home. Please guess 1, 2, 3. Feel the laptop start to move. I wish I was making this up. Number 5. These are the top 10 ways to get completely locked out of your steve@stevegoodie.com email. Number 5. When dialing the tech support helpline, have plenty of gin on hand for the 2 hours of ABBA on hold music.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
I am a dancing queen. Okay. Number 4. Oh, and did I mention there's barely any data in this part of Schenectady either? Number 3. I think splenectomy is a good mispronunciation of Schenectady. Not that this has anything to do with it. Yeah, it's my favorite part of the whole week. Number 2. 3 hours in, without having heard anything from the provider, notice that your email is working again.
Oh, wow.
And the number 1 way to get completely locked out of your steve@stevegoodie.com email, get a celebratory latte and spill it on both the laptop and the phone. Yeah.
I did that. Hey, I did that. Dump the drink all over the laptop before. Yeah, ruined the last one. So it's working now, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Actually, only about 30% of that list is true.
You know who else is working now?
Yes.
And Randy, I muted you. I apologize. You can unmute yourself. Randy, you had something coming through while Patti was talking, so I muted you. So you have to unmute yourself.
Grandpa couldn't find the unmute button.
Now, hey, what was coming through? I wonder.
I have no idea, but something was coming. If something was coming through your mic, that was
loud and it was embarrassing. We did you a favor.
And I could see your little mic bouncing because I can see all the mics. So I apologize.
So I didn't get a chance to ask her while I was muted. I think you said your wife had a colonoscopy through her throat.
Yes, that's right. They went deep.
Oops.
Wow, you're going to play that? Is that the line that you need to play that, Steve?
I didn't mean to do that just yet. Sorry.
She had the endoscope and
that's an endoscopy.
Both ways. Actually, it wasn't the colonoscopy; it was the endoscope that was
endoscopy.
So,
yeah.
But she also had a not fibrillation. What do they call it when they burn out your thyroid? She had her thyroid burned up. So
I think that's a transmission replacement.
No, it's a abulation, or something like that.
Deep stage.
Yeah,
I think they probably They tried to sell one of those to Declan last week.
I think it's called a ruse, is what it's called. Okay, enough of that. Steve, what's
enough of that. You know what's going to happen, Randy. We're going to play a little intro for you. Then you're going to do an amazing song. I have no idea what it is. Then I will answer it somehow with another song, and then you'll do another song. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, here comes this.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, It's time for our musical guest.
Randy Brooks.
Just like that. Okay. It's summertime. How about a road trip song?
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
My buddies and me, we all did agree we were tired of eating steak and potatoes. So we piled in the car, and since it wasn't too far, we headed down to Nuevo Laredo. Had a plate full of chili rellenos, enchiladas, and some refried beans. Then I noticed old Fred looking 3/4 dead, and I watched him while his face turned green. He rose from the table. He fell to the floor. Doubled over, he staggered and reached for the door. He chose him no partner. There's no time for schmaltz when you find yourself learning the internally churning Mexican waltz. The enchiladas and beans, they made us thirsty and mean, and we were ready for some serious drinking. We stopped in every saloon for margaritas, and soon we were more than just drunk, we were stinking. It was along about 4, they were pouring us more, that cerveza poured chaser on the side. When Amarillo Dan up and bolted for the can with an urge that couldn't be denied, he rose from his bar stool. He fell to the floor. Doubled over, he staggered and reached for the door. He chose him no partner. There's no time for schmaltz when you find yourself learning the internally churning Mexican waltz. Moon was still out and I was up and about, and I ran into the senorita. She was a blue ribbon prize with those incredible eyes. Couldn't help myself, I had to meet her. I was doing just fine, none of your place or mine. I didn't have to say another word. I was walking on air and we were just about there when the thing I feared the most occurred. I rose from the brass bed and I fell on the floor. Doubled over, I staggered and reached for my drawers. I abandoned my partner. There's no time for schmaltz when you find yourself learning the internally churning Mexican waltz. Well, I'm telling you, partner, there's no time for schmaltz, no time for schmaltz when you find yourself learning the internally churning Mexican waltz.
Yeah.
Yay!
I don't know how we get this guy. That's awesome.
That's great.
Go for it, Steve. Your best diarrhea song.
I think I've got a song that might somehow answer that. If you're familiar with Nashville and the fact that it is the bachelorette party capital of the universe, this song may make sense. Out with the girls, working up a sweat, peddling and drinking like good bachelorettes. You're wooing and screaming with the penis hat on, but inside you're sad thinking this is all wrong, darling. I'm singing the wrong melody, but who cares? Maybe you're not sure about the fiance.
You're singing his melody.
Yeah, that's
Having
his
jitters
song.
and doubts. Maybe he's not so hot. And this is how you work it out. Well, it's simple. It'll all come down to 8 little words. Will he hold your hair while you hurt? Darling, I'll hold your hair when you've had too much. Where am I?
I'll hold your hair.
Will he hold your hair while you yak it all up? I don't know a lot, but if you be my girl, baby, I'll hold your hair while you hurt. The most interesting
like
screwing up of that song ever.
copying his melody.
Lovely song from our
We're
friend.
gonna sell that recording alone right there.
Wow.
I'll hold your hair while you hurl.
That's right.
Reminds me of a little joke.
Go ahead.
Yeah, how do you know if diarrhea is genetic?
How do you?
Because it runs in your genes.
It sounds like Brad's joke.
Mute.
I don't know how we get this guy either.
Yeah.
We're just about out of time.
Yeah.
The wife said, honey, it's a day off for you. Get out of that bed. I got some chores you can do. I pull all the pillows back over my head, and I pretend I didn't hear a single word that she said. They say a man's home is supposed to be like his castle. Think I'll stay here in bed because life is a hassle. I don't want to sleep, don't want to take out the trash. I don't want to wash, don't want to water the grass. I don't want to root the toilet is clogged. Don't want to litter the cat, don't want to neuter the dog. I don't want to jog, don't want to kickbox or wrestle. Want to stay here in bed because my life is a hassle. My kids smoke reefer and my parents drool. I'm too young for Medicare and too old for school. I just can't seem to win that Powerball, or I would buy me a yacht and sail away from it all. I used to be sane, now I'm going berserk. I'd like to retire, but that's way too much work. I could take a chance, but I don't dare. And I know I ought to pray, but I ain't got a prayer. Unless it's a Sunday when I go to mass, I'll just stay here in bed because my life is a hassle. My income's little, my prostate's big. I've got to do I can't get the gig. The doctor said I have to give up ale and eat a lot less pizza and a lot more kale. If life were fair and I could do what I wish, I'd buy me a fishing rod and learn how to fish. I drink cold Yahoo with a bunch of my friends, then I take a nap and wake up and I do it again. But this ain't my kingdom, I'm only a vassal. Think I'll stay here in bed because my life is a hassle. You think you got troubles, brother? I got a passel. Gonna stay here in bed because my life is a hassle. Until a woman comes back in to give me some sass, I'll stay here in bed because the life is a hassle. But here she comes now, and she ain't wearing tassels. Better get out of bed because the life is a hassle.
Always work your host
Like
into the
your
song.
song, and his name is Brad Tassell.
That's right, Brad Tassell. Well, everybody's called me a hassle since I was 2. So that's,
Genius.
I've been the hassle,
That's
tassel,
fantastic.
tassels, massel. Fantastic.
Tassel.
Yay, Randy Brooks.
And Tassel.
Where are you working anywhere? Where are you going?
You know, I'm switching horses here, and I'm in rehearsals for a production next month of The Importance of Being Earnest.
Wow.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
Ernest?
playing a minister, kind of typecasting.
Are you playing the minister? That's a great show. Where are you doing that at?
It is the Rotunda Theater in Dallas.
That's a wonderful play. So,
Wow.
wow. Dinner theater,
busy.
like eating while you're doing it. It's a dinner theater.
Yeah.
You know, where they, it's like, why would you give me some drink?
That's where I got my start, though, as dinner theater way back when.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I always wanted to do.
And before that, drama school at Vanderbilt. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to say before that would be lunch theater, and before that breakfast theater.
And the Nosh Improv. That was the Nosh Improv. So, well, that's great. So, thank you. That was beautiful. So that was good.
So much, Randy.
Steve, whatever you were doing was there too. That was good.
That was a mess.
All right, so I'm gonna say goodbye. That's great
Bye, Randy.
because I love moving on because I've been excited for months
Yes,
to
indeed.
add Mark Ruben. Everybody, look at that. It's
Mark
Mark Ruben.
Ruben.
Everybody.
I'm excited. to be with you guys. I mean,
Is
we
it
have
okay if we
history.
call you Heisenberg? Is that all right?
Heisenberg.
I get that a lot now.
I bet you.
Really, I don't know if he does. No, you look.
I
You
gotta
look
put
like
the
you're doing a
glasses
little
on. Hold on.
mentalism on the side.
When I'm wearing the glasses, that's when they say.
Oh yeah. Here's what's funny is I get that. People think I look like. I'm like I don't look like that guy at all.
Well, I used to get the Terminator 2 guy back when Steve and I were hanging out at Zany's in Nashville. But yeah, we have history.
Yeah, all of us.
Steve and I actually did open mics together at Zany's in Nashville.
Wow. I was around for the open mics back then. Was I never I was back in the 35, 37 years ago. I was back at Zany's doing open mics. Back with Lawrence.
Zany's?
Yeah, Lawrence and singer Deanna, what's her name? Was a waitress.
Yeah, Dina Carter.
Dina Carter was a waitress.
Oh, yeah.
Laura Kay was there, and
Okay.
yeah, no, I was when I moved to Evansville, I was down there all the time. So, but
Joby actually dated Dina Carter shortly.
did she
Yeah.
came? What's funny is she showed up. I was middling there for somebody, and like after she had just done the Legs song, the one that got big, and she came to the show, and I was like, "What do you do?" That she goes, "Oh, I just wanted to come see your show." And Lori Morgan was in the crowd in a big yellow tracksuit, all tan, with her truck, her bus outside said Lori Morgan.
Wow.
And of course, Dina is just sitting in the back in a sweater, hanging out. And before the show, it comes up to us. I can't remember if Lenny was even still there. I think maybe it was Brian. Came up and said, "Hey, Lori doesn't want you to say that she's here." I was like, "What? The big bus and the yellow hair? That doesn't say enough that she's here."
Yeah.
And
No,
then-
I've heard Dina's really nice. And my claim to fame, though, of that time was we used to look for places to go on stage anywhere we could.
Mhm.
And one of the places where I went on was Tony Roma's, where Susie Bogus had a little corner stage in the restaurant at Tony Roma's, right?
Really?
I did a set during her break on her microphone, Susie Bogus. That was pretty cool.
Wow, that's pretty big.
He
So,
plays the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville quite a bit, and she says she's a big fan of mine, but I cannot get her to come to the Weird Al tribute that I do. One of these days.
Oh yeah.
Get her.
Yeah.
Get her.
She
Yeah.
doesn't like
Enough
Mexican
about us.
food. Doesn't
And then,
like
of
Mexican
course,
food.
Brad and I both worked for Carnival Cruise Lines for some time until I wised up.
Well, we did the Looney Bin in Little Rock one week. That was back when you stay in that nightmare of a house, that dirty, gross.
Did we do
house.
that together?
Yeah, we did that one week together.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that,
we did
that
that.
could be that crowd could go either way in Little Rock,
Either
man.
way, it was great or the worst. Jeff passed away. Can you believe he died?
Yeah.
Jones died. Okay, well, you're not here to talk about
Now I'm
this.
sad.
No, I'm a ventriloquist, and I just got back from the International Ventriloquist Convention, where people walk around with their puppets and they go to workshops and everything.
All right.
And so-
Wait a minute. Stop,
was
Steve.
fun.
Tell them what's going to happen.
Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do a little intro for you, like we did for each other person, and then you'll do 10 minutes. You can tell us about that. You can do puppets. You can do whatever you want in your 10 minutes, and when you're done, we'll tell you how awesome you are.
Yeah, and we'll be gone.
All right.
Sound
All right,
good?
do
Here we go. Somehow, if I can make it work, because things are difficult. No, all right. Hang on. Sorry. First day.
You think it's bad now? Wait till I have to do it.
I'm anxious to see what you got.
Still doesn't look right. Does that look
It's
right?
time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Ruben.
All right. So that's the intro.
That's your intro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Welcome.
Yeah. So what I was going to say about working with Brad on the cruise ships is it was a really cool job for a ventriloquist. I don't know if you ever did this, Brad, but they're always doing those ship-wide announcements.
Mhm.
And, being a ventriloquist, elevator full of people, I could just go, "Doo, doo. The following announcement is for crew only. Abandon ship. That was always fun. But I brought a friend of mine along with me for the show today, and I think it's very special that Randy is here, and he's just back from Amsterdam. Because this guy, Randy, you seem like you might be an old hippie. Am I off base? Maybe, possibly.
You're pretty right on.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, this guy took a pill at the Woodstock concert and woke up 50 years later. He's what you might call an old hippie. And let me see, this is just pull him up. I said suitcase here so we could. Hey man,
You're gonna have wait. You're gonna
My
have
wife
to.
is
You're
blurred.
gonna have to wait, Mark. You're gonna have to turn off your
unblur the background.
yeah, because your puppet's blurred.
Yep, I see that. Okay,
It's just out of focus.
let me figure out how to do that then.
Unless this is the witness protection program, you don't want us to know who he is.
That's
Yeah,
a good one.
that's right.
Last week we had the witness protection program, so we're not doing this.
Okay, now help me out here and tell me, can you guide me through how to
Well, I can tell you this: you just went away. That's not good.
yeah, I just
turn
clicked
your
the
camera
video
back on.
thing. There we go.
Okay,
Okay.
now push the
And,
little up arrow next to the camera, the up arrow.
Next to the word video.
Next to the word
got
video,
it.
the up arrow. And when you do that, it'll say adjust
I see.
background effects.
Got it.
There you go.
I just unblurred it.
All right.
Maybe now you're seeing the Mark Ruben lair here.
Yeah.
So,
Don't you
I have to have
usually,
the computer set up
don't
in
you
my
usually
bedroom.
cook in an RV? What are you doing there?
Yeah. No, it's a little better than an RV, but hey, yeah. So this is
Oh,
Nash. Hey, wow, man, cool. Peace, everybody.
No wonder he was out of focus.
Hey, man. Hey, man, we're on this Steve and Brad show. This is really cool. Is that Randy, man? You know Randy? Yeah, man, we were in Amsterdam together, man. Hey, Randy, how's it going? Randy, you indulge a little hippie lettuce there? I knew it, man. He's got wake and bake written all over him, man. Yeah. Hey, what do you like to do in the daytime? I'm curious. When you're just hanging out, I like to go shopping, man. Shopping? Yeah, window shopping, man. You know they got mannequins with hard nipples now. Hey, that's not funny, man. I nearly chipped a tooth on one of those things, man. I want to meet a real lady. A real lady. Yeah, well, you know, it's a new millennium, Nash. We got new things to worry about these days. If you thought about, STDs. Yes, kind, but I am into the titties, man. Just want to create some memories. Memories. Yeah, well, you might want to cut down on the token. That's bad for your memory, right? What is? What about it? It's bad for your memory. What is? Okay, man, it's like good glaucoma. Yeah, well, you don't have glaucoma. Yeah, and the cool thing is I'm never gonna get it either, man. It's still illegal in most states. Not in California, man. In Colorado, they got it right, man. They need to free the leaf everywhere, man. Tell you something else too, and this is important. Wow. What? You ever have one of those moments? Something really important, and then you couldn't remember what it was. Well, it's happened to me now, man. It's freaking me out. Why is it freaking you out? Because I don't know if it's me that can't remember what I wanted to say, or whether it's you that can't remember what you wanted me to say. Combination. I had a thought on that, though. I heard that if everyone in the world smoked a joint at the same time, there'd be world peace for like 2 hours. Yeah, man, followed by world hunger. So, so Nash, do you like my buddies here? Yeah, man. Especially the dude that looks like Beavis. That's still true. Yeah, man. Hey, speaking of pie, I think I'm getting the munchies, man. I'm gonna go get a pizza or something. You guys be cool, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to do a little bit about that because I'm not sure how much time we have left, but I wanted to show you guys a brand new character that I got that I think is gonna. I just did one show with it, and it was a casino gig, and it was one of those shows where I could do no wrong, so it was a good safe time to bring her out, and they loved her, man. She was Miss America 1935. And she's still got some hot stuff. This is Betty the Grandma Cougar.
It looks like Betty's pretty bad.
What? Is that Brad Tassell?
Yeah.
Brad Tassell is there. Oh, yeah. I knew I smelt some lab-made meat. That's what he said. What did you call it? Lab
meat.
Lab grown meat.
Lab meat. That's what I'm talking about. So you consider yourself a cougar? Well, yeah. Why do you like younger men? Well, you know what they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And Dan sure train a puppy. So what do you like about Brad?
Ooh.
Oh, he's got that wavy hair I like. Yeah. I like a man with hair. Yeah. Yeah, gives me something to hold on to when they're exploring the gray jungle of love. Oh, this is family show, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool here. Well, I can't help it. He's getting me hot. All right, look. You showing there, Betty. Sorry about
Over the boobs.
What do you guys think of Betty?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Love her.
Yeah, baby. I am getting hot. Come on, Betty. Obviously, she's leaning more towards the R-rated show.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. Hey, the dog's back behind her. Speaking of hot.
That's my dog. That's one of my dogs. Princess.
Think of the endless menopause jokes you can write in the enemies. I mean, that's a lot. You got a lot.
Yeah.
That's going to be. This is going to be great. You're going to go far. This is going to be fantastic. How long have you been? Not to jump in.
I just got this one, so I've done like one little short thing where I brought her in. They just died, so I think
you're going to build this fast.
Fast. She's great.
Baby. Oh yeah, yeah. Made by a guy named Damian James, a Canadian guy. You know, back when we worked together at Zany's, I had all foam sculpted puppets, and they're the most inexpensive way to get a one of a kind character. But you know, when I started getting the cruise ship money, I upgraded everything, and I like the puppets that have lots of animations and movements and stuff.
Now put your fist up the dog's butt. He's right behind you.
Yeah, that reminds me of a joke too.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah. Why did the ventriloquist cross the road?
Why?
Because he had his hand stuck in the chicken.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, wait. Why did the pervert cross the road?
Why? He was stapled to the chicken.
He had his hand stuck in the chicken. So you guys want to?
No, that's fine. No, that was great.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark, for that.
Betty's gonna do well for you.
We've never had that.
I did get to speak with Ron Lucas at the Ventriloquist Convention. Do you guys remember Ron?
That name sounds familiar. What does he do? What's his puppets? What's his?
He did the Billy the Cowboy puppet, but he was really good at doing the distant voice. And he did a row your boat thing on Carson that just like blew people away. And he's one of those guys that really does the double voice. A lot of these guys fake it and have one recorded, but Ron actually learned it in a way that it sounds like they're overlapping, but they're not. It's really cool. Great.
John DeCrosta. Do you know John DeCrosta?
I don't.
Oh, he does a Willie Nelson song when he sings with the Julio Iglesias, and you hear the two voices, and he's got a guy with the thing on his, and everybody think I'm like, it's on the damn tape. What are you crazy?
Right.
He just,
Right. That's the way most of them do it.
Yeah, he
So
snows them. He
respect
snows
Ron
them.
that actually learned how to do something without using any technical things.
Wow. That's
Wow.
great.
So where are you going next? Where are you working?
I'm going to Pueblo in mid. I was just going to look that up when you asked somebody else. I got, I bet he's going to ask me where I'm going to be next, and I don't remember where the first one was. It's a couple of corporate gigs, and I've got some time off between now and then. So
But we can find your schedule at markruben.com, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark.
actually, it's dummytalk.com is the website, and
Dummytalk.com. All right.
to be honest, I don't think I keep that schedule up.
Yeah,
Like
I typed in dummytalk.com and I got the White House switchboard.
Yeah, good job. Well
Good
done.
one, Steve. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice comeback.
Well,
I
gee,
don't know about you guys, but at this point in my career, I just think, is it really worth, the trouble of keeping up the schedule and everything like that?
I don't want
I don't
people to know where I am.
That's
I don't want. There's
That's
no
why I
way-
do this.
Nobody.
Right.
Now, I am doing a club next week, August 1st and 2nd. If you're anywhere near Niles, Michigan, I'll be up
awesome.
at Sean Shank's club, Underground Laugh Lounge. But other than that, I have no need or want for anybody to know where I am because it just no sense.
Brad, isn't it just so much fun when you do a club after you've been doing the ships for a while, where you can just be free, and especially if
it doesn't matter if you
it's
get
even
fired.
more of a drastic
Yeah,
change.
it doesn't matter if you don't do well because you don't care if you're coming back or not. You know what I mean? You can't end it all. I'm fighting for my life on Celebrity right now just because of a couple of cruise directors. One, because he stole my stuff, so he said bad stuff about me, and the other because somebody else said something that was attributed to me, and so I'm.
Oh, there's so much
fighting for
drama.
my career. Yeah.
If you've managed not to get fired, you're doing good.
23 years. 23.
Things get mixed up. I've got stories, boy.
I know. God, if they weren't dirty and women in your cabin, we'd listen to them.
No,
I'm just kidding.
the best thing about the cruise ship was the table tennis. They got world-class table tennis players, the Indonesians that work on the
sure.
ship. Oh yeah.
I would tell you, okay.
I miss that more than anything.
One quick thing. I used to on one ship they had a heavy bag, so I'd be out punching the bag, and this is 15 years ago, kicking it. I did some karate back skid. So this one guy goes, hey, he's like from Thailand or something, Thai boxing. And he goes, hey, do you want to spar? And I said, no, because you'll kill me. And he goes, no, I won't. I'll go. He goes, I'll go light. Okay. And I said, but you can't hit me in the face. I got to do shows. He immediately punches me right in the face. Just
oh god.
That's we're not doing this. What are you, crazy?
Did you get a black eye?
Spinning, kicking, spinning around. No, luckily he hit me in the side of the jaw. So I was like, so it didn't swell up. And I was like, are you nuts? You rattled my teeth. You can't. He couldn't pull it. So I immediately had him fired. That was fun. And
I have a little inspirational story for the show tonight. And because you just reminded me of it.
That is why we do this show.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, well, cool. I was on the cruise ship, and I had this thought in my head of, because I did martial arts when I was in college, and I thought, I've always wanted to take an Aikido class. Aikido is a martial art where they use the force of your opponent against the opponent, and so it's kind of passive. It's what Steven Seagal was a black belt in and stuff. And right after I had that thought, I get to the crew elevator and I see this sign on the side of the elevator that says free Aikido lessons.
Wow.
And the chief of security on this ship wanted to teach a group of people a lot of black belt techniques for disarming in case the ship was taken over by terrorists or something like that. He wanted some people to be trained in it. And he also wanted to keep up with his own, art form. And so he taught us these really cool black belt techniques, and it ended up only being 3 of us that finished it out. A lot of people dropped out after the first couple of things, but it was very cool. And it shows the power of manifestation of the mind, and you just think something and then it happens.
And now
And
Steven
now you're
Seagal
here.
is 350
Yes.
pounds and terrible at it. So, all right. Well, thank you, so, Mark. That was
Thank
fantastic.
you so much, Mark.
Good job, Mark.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll chat a little more after the show when we all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Steve, we've had all
Yeah.
that. What are you going to do?
Oh, let's find out. This will be so great.
Juggle.
Oh God, please stop.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Here's a couple little things I thought of last week, just before I did my big show there at Agave's Mexican restaurant, where I have a residency. That's right. Be jealous, Mark.
Yeah, residency.
Everybody wishes they had a residency at a Mexican restaurant. So let's see if I can get this one right. We haven't talked very much about Epstein, have we? Everybody's talking, Jeffrey. Please talk about something else. I'm praying. There is no list and I'm not on it. Shut up and I'll deport you and I'll put a tariff on you and I'm not a pedophile. You're a pedophile. Jeffrey Epstein was a hound dog. Was a good. No. We were never friends. I never met him. I never understood the word underage, and I wasn't president at the time. And there is no list, and I'm not on it. Shut up, and I'll deport you, and I'll put a tariff on you. I'm not a pedophile. You're a pedophile.
Did you? That's great. That was very funny. Did you guys know that Jeffrey Epstein started the MALA movement?
Who moved?
I don't even know what that is.
The Make America Legal Age Again.
I see what you did there.
Touched on it
Guess what?
earlier.
It's time to beg for money. Brad, you ready to beg for money?
And just like Jeff Epstein, something was rocking your entire screen the entire time you're doing that. Okay, go.
Oh, good. I'm sitting on a bed.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
I think you've heard this show. You, by the way, go to virtualcomedyshow.com. If you're out there listening, a lot of you are, and you just don't do nothing. You need to. We're like NPR. Government's not giving us nothing. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com for a couple of reasons. One, we just learned Patty needs $4,000 for so if we can just get $16,000, she'll be close to that number. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com, and we have 2 more people we have to pay this week because we've had puppets.
Right.
That Betty, was it Betty? What, no, Barb? What was it? What was her name?
Betty,
was,
yeah,
she was
Betty,
Betty.
the grandma cougar.
Yeah, that Betty's she's not a cheap hooker. So
Betty.
Sandy, go to virtual.
You know.
That's right. Virtual. Actually, I think she's buying. Actually, that's the funny part. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians and give us money, and we will use that money in nefarious ways, I'm sure. Okay, play the thing. Worst
Time
joke.
for the worst
Let's move on
joke
with our
of the
lives.
week.
So Steve
Worst
can get on a
joke,
plane.
worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
What time's that flight go in the morning?
It's in the evening, actually.
Oh, you got all till tomorrow night, so you can hang out
I
with.
check in 24 hours before. You know that.
Oh, I know, and you're having trouble doing that. Here it is, the worst joke of the week. This, you were in Schenectady, right?
I was.
This is out of Schenectady. A New York man in Schenectady stabbed his wife to death and felt bad about it. So he drove to North Carolina and stabbed his ex-wife to death because she deserved it more. That was true story. True story. You cannot deny the logic, can you? The man's attorney will plead guilty by even Steven. That's what's going to happen. All right, get out of here.
If I can do this. There we go.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like into the toilet, America goes. That's what you get when you watch this show. Gonna be along for years. We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch them decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy